you always for choosing Kuraitu TV. I am your host Liz Akama, and on our guest list today we have Castro Njima, who is an aspiring MP of Othaya. How are you, Castro?
I'm fine, Liz. Thank you for having me here. It's a great honor and pleasure being here with you.
So how is Othaya currently?
Othaya is good. People are peaceful there. You know, this is a constituency where we had an iconic leader by the name Pres.Mwai Kibaki. And people there, they are proud, they are very happy. Majority of the people in Othaya, they are farmers and tea growers, coffee growers, and they rear cattle, that is daily farming. Yeah, that's major economic activities they do there.
Okay, so in terms of development, how is Othaya?
Othaya is a developing constituency, let me say so. But the former President Mwai Kibaki had brought that culture of developing and opening up the local areas. That's so meaning that a much of the development was seen during the era of President Mwai Kibaki, opening up networks for the road, electricity, water connection. So much was done then, but we have been seeing a gradual development activities happening here and there, but a lot also need to be done too. Yeah.
So for someone meeting you for the first time, who is Castro?
Castro is a young Turk of this Republic of Kenya, and he is just 26 years old, a very vibrant young man and very visionary, and a visionary revolutionary leader. Castro has been a youth leader for now 4 years since I joined politics. You know, when we say young Turks, it's because we haven't interacted much on the national politics, most probably the electoral politics. But we have been holding positions of responsibility in various capacities. I have been a student leader at the Catholic University of Eastern Africa for 2 years, and that is when being a student, a senior student leader. But when I joined the university, where I was admitted to pursue my political science degree and strategic national security, I was appointed the student head in the Department of Political Science, and that's a responsibility that I was given that propelled me again to be then the student leader of the student body, and that also gave me a platform to rise and shine in the national politics. I was even today, I'm the president of a youth-led organization known as Youth in Governance Initiative Kenya, where we have been championing youth interests and also participating in the political forums, as well as championing and also advocating for youth agendas in the government policies. So that's much of what I have been doing, and I've also been participating in the local and national building capacities, where we have been having, like I said, Othaya is an economic zone. That is economic constituency where many of the constituents, they are farmers, they are tea growers. So I was seen much participating in the tea reforms. I was a volunteer that time, and the party that invited me to volunteer was the Democratic Party of Kenya, where I was invited by the leaders of the party to come and participate and champion for the tea reforms. And these tea reforms, they were the mother party was Democratic Party, but they invited me to now reach out to farmers and educate them, familiarize them, to make them familiarize with these policies that the government is trying to make so that the tea sector can build up and can be bold again, so that farmers can live high. And today, these policies and the reforms, they are giving farmers a hope for the future. Castro,
being a political student, for how long have you been following politics of Kenya?
So I started developing interest in politics, and not only in politics of Kenya, international politics from 2017. From 2017, that's when I was very green in politics. I had just completed my O-level studies. So in the 2017 election, I participated much greatly, but I was volunteering anyway, because much of the participants would not believe that this young man can actually mobilize or bring up people or actually ask for a vote. But I was a volunteer, and I can tell you that those that I volunteered, the teams that I volunteered, we really did a lot, and we really did a great work, because they got to the seats. And I was like a phone, a phone banking. So I was one of the people who would call various parts of the constituency and counting. And also I volunteered in the Jubilee Party. So I was a volunteer in the Jubilee Party. And also that gave me a platform to grow, to come growing in the interest of politics. And that much saying, I also fall into the line of politics as my career.
Castro, which seat are you vying for, and why do you feel you're the right candidate for the same?
You see, having amassed some experience in the politics and governance of this Republic of Kenya, and having attained the minimum qualifications needed for the seat that I'm interested in, makes me feel that I'm rich and I'm capable to be the next Member of Parliament of Othaya Constituency. So I'll be running for Othaya Member of Parliament in this coming general election. And I've been there, and we have interacted with so many people in Othaya Constituency. I know the problems that we young people are passing through. Majorly some due to our own inconsistency, and some brought by some sort of changes that are coming up either in the leadership part or even in the society changes, because the dynamic that is dynamic that is happening in the society is much more in adopting values and bringing up other policies, and also interference from cultures is also making a lot of things to change, and I understand this thing. And my decision to vie for the Member of Parliament is because that is the position I feel that my energy can be greatly utilized. And that's said and done, and having felt that I'm qualified for this seat, so I'm asking the people of Othaya to entrust me with this seat as your next Member of Parliament, because I understand, and much more, the women and the young people, we have a lot to do, and we have a lot to change our constituency. Our constituency cannot be built by one person, it needs us all, and that's why a group of professionals who I have been leading, known as Othaya Fresh, has entrusted me to raise the flag high and to participate in this process. And I'll be vying for the Member of Parliament, and I'm asking you to all vote for me, because I'm the leader you can all, or we can all agree on.
So Castro, for the people of Othaya, what manifesto do you have for them?
So, as a leader, I have a great passion on education, health, and a skilled young population. Kibaki was a tree, and then another person came, cut the tree, and then another person came, instead of watering the stalk, he actually added some salt. When you add some salt on a bag or stalk, then it inakauka, inakauka. But Othaya has again a reason to smile, because the stalk did not dry up. It has actually shooted. Kwa hivyo kwa lugha yetu ya mama tunaitaga githukenegithu uduku. So that is the reason Othaya people have to smile to githukenegithu uduku. And these are what we are going to do. You know, this learning institution must be enabled, and students must feel that our institutions is giving us a place and a special as a conducive environment for them to learn. And for creating that conducive environment, it's not only painting the walls, tiling. Well, that's a part of development, but are these schools equipped? Like Othaya Constituency, we have secondary schools that has no laboratories, and that's what we want to do. These are students who sit for exam, or the school has registered students to sit for exams. They do practicals. They doesn't have a laboratory. So these people change a classroom, and during that exam period, is a person who have not seen a test tube, who has not seen a burette, and they change a classroom and to turn it to a laboratory for that moment, and then it's done until another KCSE gets in. So we want to build laboratories, equip them, okay, and also encourage students to actually utilize the laboratories, because that's where we actually also get the innovators and inventors. That is the science laboratories and also computer labs. We shall also equip the secondary schools with computer labs, because I have a plan that when you are getting out of Form 4, you need a skill. You need to be shown anyway how to make money, because it is not enough you just getting to the now that you are a citizen, because much of the students getting from out of Form 4 to getting to campus, they are 18 years and above. So you should be shown how to make some income, and this income, much of that population, because it's a technological population, we want to invest more on the technology and the online part of it. So we shall be teaching them, or we shall be giving them a platform where they can learn skills to actually get themselves invest in the online sector, because we have people who can do good when they are in graphics, writing. Maybe they can develop articles, they can be news writers. So those are the people that we want, because that population, when it gets to university, they can have something to sustain for themselves. Okay, so the people of Othaya, we shall keep communicating, we shall keep talking together. Let's keep communicating to each other. Tell me the problem you have, let me also read. My campaign will be much done by women, youth and men, people, volunteers, because we need many volunteers who will come on board to Team Othaya Fresh, so that we can reach every corner of the constituency. So you can reach me on my social media handles. In Facebook, that is Gakona Njima Castro. Instagram is Gakona Njima Castro, and also in Twitter, Njima Castro. Thank you sana Kura Yetu TV, and also Kenyans to subscribe to Kura Yetu TV, and come here and share your views and how we can better this country together. Asanteni sana.
Thank you very much, Castro, for honoring our invite, and all the best in your campaign.
Thank you, thank you.
I have been your host, Liz Akama. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and most importantly, subscribe to our YouTube channel. See you on the next episode.